What's your earliest memory? Maybe that isn't the right question. How about, what is the most distinct memory from your early childhood? For me, I remember sitting in front of a monitor with my older brother, waiting for my turn to play MegaMan X on our dad's emulator. MegaMan X and its sequels are so important to me, and I think it's important to tell you this because this series is not a review. See, this is about what these games mean to me, and what better place to start than the original MegaMan X. Let's start with the easiest thing to express. The game is just plain fun. X's movement is fine-tuned to be incredibly precise. Running and dashing has a set speed, your momentum doesn't carry you forward, and you can stop and turn on a dime, even during a dash. You jump the moment you press the button, and the instant you release it, you stop rising. X feels floaty, but also sharp and controlled. It makes every death feel like it's my fault. And like, if I move better next time, I won't die. I'll be able to avoid it. Mega Man games are all about timing your jumps to line up shots and releasing them at the right time to hit the targets. And it feels really good to line up the shots, in no small part to the excellent sound design. Even though I've been playing these games for the better part of 17 years, I'm still constantly improving, and I'm getting through levels faster with less damage. The precision the game gives you the full freedom to fuck up spectacularly and always get better for that. Put a pin in this, we'll talk more about this in my X2 video. The levels all have a unique style and a distinct layout that reinforces the general gameplay loop rather than fight against it. Like how in Storm Eagle's stage, there's these moving platforms that change the timing you usually use to shoot the turrets, which means you have to be even more precise than usual. Each level is a tough but fair challenge for a newcomer, and as your skills develop, the levels become an intrinsic reward, illustrating your growth as a player. You have no idea how many takes that paragraph took. I don't know why it was so difficult. One of my favorite things about the X series is all the upgrades you can find. By starting you out with a pitiful default health bar, the game urges you to get upgrades. It's certainly not going to be for everyone, but I always loved scouring over every room, looking for the next armor upgrade or sub-tank. And it helps that all the upgrades are hidden in clever places, letting me find all of them even as a toddler. I mean, except this piece of shit, but come on, this is more of an Easter egg. This displays Mega Man X's greatest strength. For a second, imagine you're a kid. You don't have access to outside information on anything, really, and your dad is the coolest person in the world. He let you play one of his video games, and it just kicks your butt. But through trial and error, you find this. This weird old guy gives you some sick shoes. You don't really know why, because you can't read yet, and the boots let you dash. The game just told your underdeveloped skull sludge that exploration will be rewarded and make the game easier. But other than the dash boots, it isn't necessary. The game lets you choose how you want to play it. You can scour over everything like me, or you can simply run face first into challenges until you're good enough to overcome them, or anything in between. And beginners almost have to do both by the difficulty of the game, and then on replay, they can choose whatever's more fun for them. The lack of points or a timer helps accentuate this, where a game like Sonic the Hedgehog is all about getting better and better at the levels over several replays by using a timer to push you to be faster. Mega Man X presents going faster every time as an option, just another way you can play the game. When people praise Mega Man X, they usually don't discuss the story of the game. Well, I mean, it's for a fair reason, I guess, but I really love the story, even just the little bit that's in the game itself. We start with a little prologue that X is the first in a new line of autonomous robots, and he was stored away by Dr. Light to make sure X wouldn't take over the world or anything. Foreshadowing. We start the game and are immediately greeted by a crisis. People are fleeing and destruction is everywhere as the highway stage is attacked. This is an excellent tutorial stage that naturally teaches you everything you need to know about the gameplay, but that's something people have already made amazing videos on. description. What I want to focus on is Zero. Look at him. He has such a striking design, and he just trashed Vile, who I couldn't even damage. X is disappointed in his failure, but Zero reassures him. He might not be able to stand against Vile yet, but with enough perseverance, or enough stubbornness in my case, X can grow more powerful and defeat him. Zero doesn't just want X and the player to succeed, but he knows that X can. What's up with the Z-titties though? After defeating the 8 Mavericks, you attack Sigma's fortress alongside Zero. Nobody in my generation is ever not gonna laugh at the name Sigma. I'm going to shoot myself. Halfway through the first level, you and Zero confront Vile. Vile's new right armor is too strong even for Zero, and he gets captured. Vile beats your ass, and Zero sacrifices himself to destroy Vile's right armor. Moved by his friend's sacrifice, X breaks free as well, and finally defeats Vile. He says his goodbyes to Zero, and now, you have to brave the fortress alone. This makes Sigma so much more imposing, and really ties the themes of growth together. It makes the victory even more bittersweet. I love the story of this game. It's rudimentary by today's standards, but as a kid, this was an epic.
Objection!
I'm sorry?
You are blatantly ignoring MegaMan X's flaws, and you're obviously nostalgia blind. Game design has advanced so far since MegaMan X, and the standards for games has changed. MegaMan X and its sequels put too much focus on replay value and too short. The upgrades also make replays incredibly easy, which could just be an issue with me, but what isn't is how the game strong arms you into playing Chilled Penguin first. The dash is a critical part of gameplay, and locking it behind an upgrade is plain stupid.
Hold it!
The dash is locked away for a good reason. Capcom is trying to ease Mega Man Classic fans into the new gameplay, so it makes sense for the first game to make the dash an upgrade.
Take that!
See, you're missing the point of this video. Like I said, I'm not trying to critique Mega Man X or review it, I just want to express what the games mean to me. Even though Mega Man X is a single player game, I remember taking turns with my brother trying to finally get lucky and defeat one of the bosses we weren't skilled enough to beat yet. We're scouring over every nook and cranny of the levels, hoping to find an upgrade to carry us past whatever challenge was whooping us. I guess that's the reason I finally got around to writing this. At the time of writing, my brother just moved away for college, and despite my incessant teasing, I'm so proud of him. I've also recently had a rough patch in my relationship with my closest friends. But when I play Mega Man X, wow, mood shift, I feel like I'm connected in some weird way. Nothing makes me happier than sitting next to someone, passing a controller back and forth, playing these games again. Even just sharing the games with somebody, getting them to play them on their own, it brings me a unique joy. I guess my point is, Mega Man X is an amazing game that means so much to me. Hi, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you like and subscribe so I know to keep putting this much effort into my videos. This is a lot different than what I've made in the past, and I'm going to continue making those videos, but I also want to start making videos that are more meaningful to me. Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.